Security Officer's Log, Stardate 57.04. The mandatory conference that I attended was a success, and needless to say, was fairly interesting. After reporting back to the ship, I immediately went to sickbay after feeling increasingly ill. I've been here since Stardate 56.07. I received a report from my subordinates in security informing me that we have a breach in our climate controls, hence why the ship has become increasingly cold. With all hope, we will have normal climate controls restored by the end of the week. I hope so, because it is not helping my condition any. The doctor has been inundated with many cases of hypothermia throughout the ship, so hopefully we will have no casualties. I also received a report that we got a communication about the buying and selling of Gundams. We will find out what that's all about next. Hey everybody, what's going on? Kio-chan here, and welcome back to another Thursday here on Vlogs of7. And this week, I don't know if you can hear it in my voice, but I am sick. I've been sick since last Thursday, so needless to say, I've had a pretty nasty week. So let's just get into the question that David asked. So this week, David asked me if Gundams were readily available, how would I get mine, and what would I use it for? Would I buy it? Would I make it myself, or would I steal it? First option, stealing is totally not an option because we all know that stealing is wrong, and we all know that Gundam pilots will chase you down if you try to steal their Gundams. So that is not an option. Option number 2, making it myself. That's not really an option either, and I'll explain why. In one of my computer classes, we had an assignment to build our own computer. And I absolutely hated doing it because I didn't like having to do all this research to find out what components could work with what. It was just a royal pain in the butt, and I did not enjoy it one bit. So if I don't have a model in front of me that shows me all the stuff that I would need and what components could work with what, then building it myself is not an option because I need things in front of me that I can copy. That's just how I work. So building it myself, not an option. So that leaves option number 3, buying it. But I would only choose that under one condition. The condition is that I would be able to customize it because I don't like pre-assembled computers. I hate them. They don't always have all the things that you want in them, and they're kind of minimum. They have minimum hard drive space, you know, they have minimum software. It's just not the kind of computer I want. So I don't want just a regular old Gundam. I want a Gundam that is packed, that is a workhorse. So if I could customize my Gundam and say what I want to have a part of it, then that's how I would go and get my Gundam. As for what I would use it for, I think that's pretty easy to guess. One, I would pull a page out of Celestial Being's book and do some armed interventions, because there are some areas in this world that drive me nuts with all the conflict that they have constantly. So I would do some armed interventions and put that all to bed. And second of all, I would use it to travel. We all know that flying these days is expensive and can be a hassle, especially with all this security these days. So if I could use my Gundam to travel, I could bypass all of that. I don't have to pay anyone to fly me because I'll be doing it myself. I don't have to go through security because, well, it's my Gundam. I wouldn't have to be there 2 hours early. I can leave whenever hell I feel like it. So it'd be really awesome to use for travel. Other than that, I really don't know what else I would use my Gundam for. I mean, Gundams are used for those two purposes majority of the time, so that's pretty much what I have to say about his question. As for the question for Oki-chan, I don't really have one. Think of a question off the top of my head. I think you can answer the same part. What would you do with your Gundam if you had one? If you had a giant robot that could do anything, what would you have it do? So that is my question for you, and I'll be back next week. Hopefully I'll be feeling a lot better, and that's pretty much it for me. I will see you guys then. Until then, have a good day, everyone. Bye!